Welcome back. This is part 3 of the lecture on photography for Unit 8, the Art Appreciation class. And one thing I want to say is that this next set of artists, Diane Arbus, then Sally Mann, into Nan Golden, and Cindy Sherman, I picked these 3 artists. They're all women. They're all Americans. And for me, they really represent the transition there. They are 4 photographers that I admire greatly, and that they are 4 artists who really represent the transition from the modernist period of photography to the contemporary art period of photography. Whether some of them are postmodernists or not is not necessarily all that important. But what does matter is that their push in terms of their aesthetics, and figuring out what their art was about and what they could argue photography was about, made a huge impact on contemporary photographers today. So Sally Mann, and she's known for photographing especially kind of like sort of her personal life. Yeah, it's just one page, and focusing especially on her family and her children. And also she's a Southerner, so for those of you who are interested in that. And she kind of, for me, I don't know, it's like there's a part of her that seems like similar to Arbus in that some of the social aspects of her photographs are often kind of challenging and raise questions and make you wonder. There's a real thoughtfulness to her craft, as at times as meticulous as an Ansel Adams, and there's always this kind of gothic romantic mood similar to to Steichen, and all those things make her a really fascinating photographer. Nan Golden is very much out of the same mode as Arbus, where it's very much a documentation of the people she knows, the way she's living at any particular time, and the way the people she knows are living, and the people she goes out to meet. And so these are kind of voyeuristic and autobiographical, kind of diaristic photographs. And Nan Golden really kind of started her career. She's just taking tons of photographs, and the thing that really kind of jump-started her work was not so much exhibitions, but slideshows. That she'd get invited to places, universities and other sort of places, to come and give a talk, and she would give these slideshows and just show all of these pictures. And she'd play music, and sometimes she would hardly say a thing while she was showing the pictures. Cindy Sherman, another artist, she's also still alive, who I greatly admire, and I love these early untitled film stills that she did. And here's a piece she made where she's kind of changing from one costume set to another. So in each of these pictures, they're very much unreal, where she's kind of recreating the mood of films, creating a sense of being dated. Right, this is shot in the late 70s, but it looks like it was done in the early 60s. But she took those ideas very far, and the work started to get more and more about the staged setup. And photographers today are really thinking about that, thinking about kind of staging their setups, and how much photography can be about artificialness. I think is a huge influence that she's had on the world of photography. Okay, the last set, I'm going to end there. The last set is the most contemporary.